been running bad at poker lately. And I assume, again, if you're watching this video, that you actually play the game. You know how to play. You want to play. This is your thing. This is your passion. Otherwise, why are you watching a guy play online poker? But I've been running bad lately, especially live. Lost my job. Everything's been going to hell in a handbasket, basically, in my life. So, one of the nights recently, I was playing. Again, I live in the. Not again, I haven't told you yet. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I was in one of the local card rooms. Again, had some weird runner suck out on me. And wound up coming home again. Just my variance, my luck has been running that way. For whatever reason, I jumped into an online game, and I'm not promoting this site that I'm playing on right now. I enjoy this site because it's web-based browser. I don't have to download a piece of software. It was easy for me to get my money in. I don't know if it'll be easy to get money out. And I'm only playing in like a $3 buy-in tournament. This is not high stakes. This is a fairly large uh, deep stack, though. I mean, I bought into the tournament that has 88,000, over 88,000 chips to start with, and the blinds right now are 2550, so it's very deep. I can experiment, I can play around. My whole goal is to try and play as GTO pre-flop as possible. Now, me being a human, I don't know how credible that is. But again, right now, deep stack, I don't have to be as close to charts as, again, being that. Let's see, what is 88,888 is what you start with in this tournament. Let me pull up a calculator real quick. And the blind is only 2550. Yeah, so we're starting with over 17,000 big blinds deep. What are, let's see, how long do they run for? Next level's in 2 minutes. We got 7-6 suited in the blind. Let's check that. We don't have a small. We're first act. Again, we don't want to do anything crazy. We can experiment with this deep of a stack. But again, why go nuts? We don't have to risk things. Don't build a huge stack and try and get your entire stack in when you have 88,000 when the blind is 50. If you do play locally here in the local card rooms of Tampa Bay, that is how a lot of people start off. They'll buy into a tournament, 30,000 chip stack, and they are eager to try and make, the blinds are only 100 and they're trying to bet 1,000, 2,000, trying to get their stacks in as fast as possible early on. Um, Again, a little bit about me. I'm not a poker pro. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not going to try and give you any classes or teach you anything. Hopefully we'll learn together. If you think I've done something wrong in any of my videos, this one or any of the future ones, make sure to comment below. Hang on, in a hand. There's a draw. The range is here. Let's just check our top pair and see what happens. Again, being out of position. All right, now we can take a little bit of a stab. Let's go for about a half pot. We'll obviously get the flush draws to come along. Anybody that has a 6-7, maybe even a 7-9, a weaker. Well, the flush got there, ace got there. We do have the 10 of spades, but we don't have the king of spades. If we had the king of spades, we could rep something. Again, so deep, it's a little pot. Check, check. Oh, it's mine then. All right, so, getting back to what I was saying. I'm not a poker pro. I'm not here to sell you anything. Just come along for the ride. Enjoy the game. I'm going to try and record the entire game through as much as possible. That way, if you've watched any of the other videos on YouTube, a lot of people do hand highlights. They go through replayers or they just play certain parts of a tournament. My goal in this is obviously to try and go deep, try and win the money. But what I'll do is I'll chop up, instead of making you sit through the breaks when they come up. All right, here's where I'm going to get a little loosey goosey since I caught a piece of it. And it might actually pay off for me unless one of these were set mining with a pair of deuces. I doubt anybody would have limped in with jacks. If anybody else has a 4, my ace is probably good. There is a flush draw and a bad straight draw. Let's raise him up here. See how loose these people are too with their deep stacks. But again, getting back to it, if you have any comments on how I'm playing, questions about how you think I played it, maybe a hand that you've played. I mean, not necessarily bad beat stories, but let's share, let's comment on the video itself. Don't go into maybe a possible future video and comment about how I did on a past video, because that won't make sense. Backdoor flush got there. All right, I'm going to be a nit and just check it here. Oh, good thing I checked. But again, thank you for sharing time with me here at the Digital Poker Felt. And as I was saying, instead of making you sit through the breaks, I'll chop these videos up and make it like part 1, part 2, part 3. That's if I go deep and I don't go nuts here and just donk off my entire stack. Otherwise, you're going to have a very short video. But longer videos, I'll cut them up, I want to say bite size. But how bite-sized are they if they run an hour? But bite-sized compared to how long it could be if you go 7 hours into a tournament. You really don't want to watch a 7-hour video continuously. We can chop this up into hour-long pieces and what do they call it in YouTube? Where you part 1, part 2, part 3. They have them stacked in a playlist. Again, we're just going to limp in with hands like this right now. And even though I have the open-ended, I got the bad end of it. I don't know if this mic cord's causing any noise for you or not. What did he bet? 392 into a 324. Alright, let's donkey it. Gonna come along for the ride. The good news is I still have my open-ended. The bad news is even if I get it, I might still be at a loss. What are we in the cutoff right now? Yeah, see, he keeps over-betting the pot. He's one of those guys I was trying to tell you. He super inflates the pot when you have such a deep stack. He's like in a race to try and win the tournament. Alright, I don't know if I lost the last 10 minutes of this video that I was making, so I may have to just inform you of everything I just did. I apologize. My computer like froze up. I don't know if it's a CPU issue about trying to run this video or not. But welcome to the Digital Poker Felt. I'm Fingers, your host, your player. Right now we're bought into like a $3 tournament. But again, it gives you such a huge stack to start off with. The blinds actually were 25.50 at the very beginning. We're now up to 30.60 with only a 6 chip ante. We're playing no limit hold'em. again, a little bit about me. I'm not a poker pro. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just experimenting with trying to be as GTO friendly, game theory optimal as possible, at least pre-flop, especially playing online. We got the second nut flush draw. Since we got the draw, let's bet it. We don't need to go too crazy. We'll just bet 160, see if that takes it down. We're out of position. We still have the same draw. Let's put a little bit bigger of a bluff going in there. Semi-bluff, we got the flush draw still. And unless he wants to, oh, okay. So he may have been on the same flush draw. Maybe even he had the ace of diamonds. If he had the ace, I think he should have probably uh, raised us at some point. But by the time the queen, or maybe he just had a 10. The queen on the river scared him. Nobody says that, again, we're in a $3 tournament. Nobody says these guys are super pro. As I was saying earlier in the video, I don't know if I'll be able to recover it or not. Playing here locally in the Tampa Bay area, just been running bad lately at the card rooms. Just the variance has been against me. Pardon me. I forgot what button is the cough button here. Let's try the whole semi-bluff with our draw here. The variance has been running bad against me for quite a while. So one of the nights recently that I had the runner against me over and over again. Let's see, flush draw got there, straight draw got there, but they limped in, more than likely a flush. Our queen might be good depending on how bad these players are. Let's see, a 7-9 could have called us. It's not worth it for me to chase. Okay, so I had the bad run of luck for quite a while. So the other night I come home, and for whatever reason, after I've had a bad day at the card room, I actually logged onto this site. And let me back it up a little bit before that. 2 nights before that, I had been on this site. If it wasn't this same tournament that I'm in now, it was one very similar to it. Got about 870 some players. I wind up going out in 80th place. So for my $3, I turned it into maybe $12 or whatever it was. Again, I don't have a huge amount in the stack. I don't trust these online sites enough to really put money into them, let alone it's a pain in the ass to try and get money into them, and it's probably an even bigger pain in the ass to try and get it out. But it allows me to just play around and experiment with things. Again, for $3, what can it hurt? Even if I wanted to shove my chip in, my entire stack in over and over again right now, I could do it. It's only $3 just to see what happens if you wanted to run some kind of weird experiment like that. I don't want to do that, but I'm just saying for $3, uh, I mean, you could stumble upon $3 in your couch. So it has that advantage too. You can play around, see what works, see what doesn't, maybe play outside of your norm. If you're a maniac normally in live play, maybe try playing like a net, see what the difference is, or vice versa. You're the guy that only raises with the nuts. You never bluff. This is your chance to try and bluff and just see what you're comfortable with. Maybe teach yourself how to get out of your comfort zone and how to handle it. That's what I was going to say. So the first night, again, go out 80th out of 800 something people. That night after getting the runner over and over again against myself, I come home, I log in, say this exact, I know it was this one. If it wasn't the same, it was this one. Got into it again, 800, I want to say 41 players that night. I managed to go out 15th. Again, still not final table, but again, turning a $3 investment into $15 or whatever 15th paid that evening. But during the whole time, what I was thinking is I really wish I had a camera on showing what's going on, kind of detailing what we're doing right now. And so that was kind of the birth of what we're doing right now, or what I'm doing, what you're participating in as a viewer, and hopefully as a commenter. Again, make sure to subscribe to the channel when you want to be notified when new videos are posted, new playlists are posted. You want to become part of the Digital Poker Felt tribe. Make sure to subscribe. I don't know. Everybody says to click on the bell for notifications. I don't think I've ever clicked on the bell for notifications. I have the channels that I'm subscribed to, and they post them in a link letting me, you just hit the subscribe button and it shows you the entire list of what what you've subscribed to. So I don't know why you need to click the bell. If you feel the need, I'm not going to be one of those guys pressuring you or showing you animated graphics about how to do it. I don't think you're a moron. I think you know how to subscribe or click on a bell. Right here, I'm being a little looser out of position. I have a feeling that at least one of them's on the flush draw. Let's see, there's a possible straight draw out there. Neither one got there, so it's quite possible my ace might be good. I don't know about, let's see. No, I was slightly outkicked by 1 pip. But again, we played it as careful as possible, being out of positions. Small blind against a button. Button could be aggressive with anything, so being deep stack, again, experiment. I've lost so far, what is it, 1,860 some chips, but I'm still over the at least 1,600, 1,700 chip mark, or blind mark. Well, the blinds have gone up actually to, what is it, to 3570. Again, let's pull out the calculator. Probably should tune into a GTO chart also and start playing serious here in a moment. One of the unfortunate side effects of recording the video like this is if I didn't have the camera on, I could be as patient as I want. Right now, pardon me, I'm going to take a sip of a drink here. Part of it right now is I almost feel like I need to entertain you. I need to do something. I just have to restrain myself not to go loosey-goosey insane. Let's just round it off. 87,000 divided by 70. We still have over 1,200 big blinds. That's just insane for a deep stack. Normally, if you're playing live or something like that, you will start anywhere between 80, 100, 200 big blinds. So you can afford to be a little looser up front. Try and play hands that can make straights. Try and make flushes. He's raising. Okay, the blinds are up again at 80. Raise and a re-raise. And he was the guy with the ace-10. I've been talking to you. I haven't been paying attention enough to what exactly everybody's been showing down. And obviously that's something that you and I should both do, especially, if you're playing live. Oh, good thing getting out of the way with just my lousy Jack-10. And instead, I notice a lot of people all the time, they're always trying to put people on a hand instead of a range. And they almost always put people on a hand they can beat, and that causes them to overcall and be too call-y, if that's a word. But for whatever reason, they always want to put you on like ace-king if they have a pair of deuces and call you down. Ugh. I mean, he had the best hand going in on the pre-flop, post-flop, but that's the price you're going to pay too if you go a little too nuts and you're donking off 1,200 big blinds this early on in a tournament. You try and win it too early. Let's see, this tournament's called the 2088 Guaranteed Crazy Eights. Just going to come in with a min raise. Got to play a little more carefully now. We got the guy that went nuts with a queen 8 in a pre-flop raising war. Let's see. Right now, this would be one of the worst hands I could have, so we got to bet it. Can't win it. Hoping and praying that it comes runner. And by having the raise pre-flop, we had the, well, not the position, but we had the aggression. They expected us to bet it. The continuation bet. We just had to. I hope I'm not just rambling and this is annoying you. Again, I'm Fingers, Digital Poker Felt. The site I'm on, I don't even want to mention their name. I know you can see their logo in the middle, but I'm not advertising for them. I don't advise playing online necessarily. I mean, I did say it's a way to learn and stuff, but I'm not going to really go out of my way to promote that you should, in the aspect of you never know if you can trust them or not. There have been shady things in the past. The reason why I'm doing this is, again, I have barely any money in this at all. I don't know if I'll ever get the money out, but it allows me to, especially during the whole last year of being locked down in a COVID world, not leaving, social distancing, isolation, allows you to play. The other thing I do like about this site, though I'm not promoting them, besides being a browser base instead of software, who knows, that might be why the first 10 minutes of this video got crashed. Maybe it's eating up too much CPU. Maybe it'd run smoother if I had the software. But that aside, it does have the anonymity. I cannot run a HUD on this site, but no one else can. And even if you could, it's kind of assigned whatever number you were joining the tournament. Let's see. But again, I'm new to this, so I apologize if it's not up to your standards. And I cannot remember what buttons were assigned for the mute on the mic in case I had to burp or cough. So, kind of rushed into this today. This is my only time to really play online. I won't be able to tomorrow. The rest of the weekend I won't be able to. So maybe not until next week, or maybe even this time next week would I be able to do this again. So this was a throw it together at the last minute. Let's rush and do it. Just get it done. Just do it. So we're doing it. Let's say your first time's, never pretty. Okay, that's the best I can do. I can try and block the mic for my cough. I have a headphone mic on, so it's still going to blow out your eardrums at times if I really had to start hacking. Also, I was saying earlier, I don't recall if it was in the first 10 minutes that crashed, if I'm going to be able to salvage that or not, or if I've said it since then. Make sure to leave some comments down below. Make sure to subscribe, but as you comment, let me know what you think I have done wrong, things that you might think you're doing wrong. We can all come together. Make the comments area on these videos almost like a forum unto themselves. Let's all come together and try and help each other. Try and not troll. Try not to be the troll. I'm not saying you can't be a little snippy at times, but you don't have to just be a complete ass about it. Getting back to online poker again, there are currently 4 states that offer legal online poker for real money in the U.S. That's Jersey, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. So obviously, I'm in Florida. So this is not necessarily what you'd consider, I guess, legal. So take that into consideration also before you make your own choices on what you do. Let's see, under the gun will be in the big blind next hand. Come on. Everybody's stalling on here. When I mentioned HUD earlier, again, a lot of the terms I'm using, I assume you've been around the game long enough, but just in case, HUD is like a heads-up display. You'll see some poker pros using those where it's keeping track of how many hands you raise, you call, you fold, what streets you fold on. It takes consideration percentage-wise. It keeps a database of you. So a lot of poker pros out there, they have those heads up and the SQL database is running on keeping track of you. A site like this that doesn't allow a heads up display, although you can't use it, no one else can. And they can't even, I guess you could take notes on people on this site. I guess it might stick to your personality, and I quote unquote personality or profile, whatever you want to call it. I guess the notes might stick to you there. Let's see, 6 times the big blind from under the gun. Let's just get out of the way. So another thing, as far as experimenting with the site, starting off with this minimal amount here in my balance of this account, we can kind of see whether or not I can actually turn it into something. Right now, after buying into this tournament, we got about 20 something dollars in there. Who knows? Maybe this channel will take off, or maybe the poker will. One or the other, maybe I'll make money off of something. But again, do help me out by subscribing or telling your friends about the channel. Hang on, I've got my friend calling. Let's see, put him on speaker. All right, hey, I got you on the video.
What video?
Digital poker felt. I'm recording right now. I'm recording right now. You want me to say your name?
Nice. Hello.
All right, let's see if. All right, I can hook up the mic here. That's the best I can do as far as getting your audio in.
No, not necessarily.
All right.
That's gonna give you any extra hits.
Yeah, I doubt you'll give me any extra hits. I just figure I wasn't going to blow you off, and I know more often than not you're a degenerate like myself winding up at the poker room, so I felt I was going to give you your voice if you wanted it to participate. Whether or not you wanted to be named or not, I left that up to you.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was calling you to see if we should break up our plan and go try that multi-day 6 o'clock tonight.
Well, like I said, I'm already into recording right now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I've been working all day on this to get this up and going, and I don't want to let down our viewer now. So I was allowing you to participate here, but you're more than welcome to go take on the live local poker rooms without me this evening if you want.
Yeah, but it's not the same though. I won't lose as fast as quickly as I normally do.
You won't lose as fast if I'm there?
No, I won't lose as fast since you're not there tonight.
Oh, you're saying I take your chips.
Yeah. What tournament are you playing?
It's a $3 buy-in, guarantees over $2,000 on the prize pool. It's called Crazy Eights. It starts you off with 88,888 chips.
Oh my god.
But the blinds are only 25.50. I think the blinds go up. Let me see if I think the blinds are only somewhere around 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that.
That's still not bad for as many chips and the blinds starting at 25.50. That's not bad at all.
That's what I'm saying. You're starting out with over 17,000 big blinds.
Right. It's
Gives you room to
I mean,
experiment.
even if it's a turbo, I mean, it is super turbo, but still, you get enough chips where that's a pretty good structure, actually. I like it.
Yeah, and then they go up slowly. Right now they're at 50, 100 with a $10 or a 10 unit ante.
Nice. Any crazy plays yet?
I want to say, I don't know if this would classify as crazy. A guy managed to get all of his chips in with pocket kings on a queen high board. The pre-flop action had been a raise, re-raise, a call, a re-re-raise,
Wow.
and then the other two called, and then the flop comes out the queen high. So the guy that managed to get it all in with him was queen eight and got lucky catching a queen on the turn.
Oh my goodness.
But it's the whole fact of them both. Why is the guy in there with the raise and the re-raises with this queen eight,
Right.
and the kings guy doesn't doesn't slow down and try and protect his stack this early on in the tournament? He's in a rush to
Wow.
try and win the tournament early on. I mean, there'll be plenty of time later on in the tournament to shove your entire
Right.
stack in.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, well, it sounds like you're beating up your microwave right now. Let me
Right.
cut you loose so you can get over to the tournament and stay in it longer without me there.
All right. Sounds good. Good luck.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, did you want your name mentioned on the video, by the way?
No, not this time. Next time.
We'll just call you Mr. Evil. How's that?
There you go. That's good.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye.
Okay, sorry about that. Getting back to the focus on the game. My buddy, partner in crime, hitting the poker rooms. And I knew, as far as being a degenerate, he had come up with this plan on how much bankroll he was going to allow himself each week to play. And right now, just calling in, I know he's already violating his own plan, his own rule that he's come up with. I told him that would happen. I mean, I've got my plan, he's got his plan, but let's see. The main pot was only 1,300 on the flop. Alrighty. So that guy actually called off with just a flush, not the nut flush. What are we in? We're in the hijack now? I really don't get why people are stalling this early in the tournament. Alright, if it's only one big blind, let's just make it 300. Get through the two big stacks and try and take down the blind. Alright, even with them calling me. Let's see, should I bet? Should I check? Let's keep it small and see what develops. Alright, still have a draw now, even if my fours are not good. Not the best though if a six comes. Alright, he could have missed a flush. If he's got any pair other than the three, he's got us beat. I forget, that was loosey-goosey queen eight earlier. I wonder if they're taking notes on me. Let's check out some more of this site. Oh, as you can see, I've got it set up to the 4-color auto muck. I turned off this thing that shows little mini games. I'm not sure. I don't have a big enough monitor to show me what you're seeing. so I have to just assume. It shows current position, average stack. We're not really making headway there. Oh no, it might be longer than 5 minutes. I'm not sure how long these blinds are. Let's see. Under the gun, +1, +2. Let's just do a min raise here. Let's see what happens. King queen offsuit should be good enough for a raise at that position. Now as far as ranges, I should have, well, as far as range, plenty of people could have called me with 8s, 5s, 6, 7. Let's just bet a little under half pot. See what develops. It's rainbow, so it's not really. Well, we got Mr. Queen 8 over there again. He's raising us. If he's got his favorite hand, he's already nailed 2 pair. I think my hand's too good to fold right now, though. So let's call him and see what develops on the turn. Now somebody playing a 6-9 got there. What else? Yeah, let's just check that. What the hell? I don't even know what to do with that. I have to call there. Alright, if he's got his Queen 8, we got him crushed now. Let's see, hand history. Does this... Cash games... How do you play this? Hand replayer. Let's fold that. I don't even know if this is showing on your screen or not. Sitting out. It's not showing me anything. Alright, there's the king queen. Let's get to the end. I want to see if this will show me what he had. Nada. This hand replayer doesn't show you the mucked hands at the end. Two pair, jacks and 4s I would have had, but that's an ugly board. And under the gun. Easy enough fold. Alright, according to this, we're going to have a break in 1 minute 20 seconds. Again, when that happens, I'm just going to end this recording and we'll pick it up in a part 2. That way, keep these things more bite-sized, more manageable, so you don't get just trapped into 7-hour-long videos. You can come back, visit the playlist, and catch up on part 2, part 3, etc. Hopefully I go that deep. Hopefully I go part 7 on this, or however long this tournament takes. You and I, we can do it all night. Again, Digital Poker Felt, thank you for watching, for listening, for coming along for this ride. Again, I'm Fingers. Make sure to subscribe. Next break 30 seconds, so I'll get at least this hand in. Big blind, the dog, K9. Was he stalling so that he makes sure that he gets the larger blind when he comes back from break? Oh, you're going to put me to a decision now. Well, maybe not. Raise and a re-raise. And then a call with that raise. King 9 off suit. Yeah, let's make a loosey-goosey call. That guy that started it all didn't call the raise? This is the unfortunate part about calling with hands like this. Now, I might be getting myself into trouble. Maybe there won't be a part 2. He's betting a full size. Alright, maybe I'm too much of a nit. I do have the backdoor flush draw, but I don't like my kicker on this board in so many directions, and he's just betting it way too hard. I'm going to enjoy my break. We'll pick it up in part 2. That guy actually called him. He's betting pot again. What if this guy called you with some kind of loose ace of hearts? Well, no, he wouldn't have the ace 6 because the 6 of hearts is out there. I was going to say, who's he going to get paid off by? All right, part 2 in a moment.